The ultimate pro right there, Scotty Pendlebury. Friday night football. They forecast a very big storm. Next time a weather presenter gets stuck into my tipping. It's fine at the MCG as we start. Knocked down by Clark. Blakely on one knee. Ballantyne. Sheridan kicks it down towards half forward. Marsh tracks it. Doing nicely in defence. Howe kicks it down towards half forward. Collins goes back and takes the mark. Mature age from Box Hill. Nice pick up. There's Clark inside the centre square then. Conditions ideal for footy. Back it comes to Crozier, developing as a half-back. And Spurs got it now.
One of a number out there for both sides of the Central Districts connection. Sutcliffe. And he goes back. Crozier again. Developing player, sort of in that sort of 50-game range. Good kick. Got it wide. Barlow, just a little spill, but everything's okay there. Sheridan, Crozier again. So Docker's making a bit of hard weather of this and that close to the line, and a boundary throw in.
Well, they didn't want to go long down the line at any point there. Fremantle wanted to just control possession and ended up going nowhere, back where they started with the footy. So already the intent is they're looking to move the ball, but they don't want to kick it to a contest early on in this game.
Boundary throw in outer side. Grundy is number 4. Man in front. Clark working from behind, won it. Pendlebury, crisp, hurriedly, floats inside the forward 50. Collins came back. Dawson came up. Cloak could be the start. He's got it on the bounce. Almost too much to hope for. Found himself with lots of space. They stayed off him, and he's bounced it through. So what a start for him, what a start for Collingwood. They've done all the attacking. And Travis Cloak with the first goal of the night.
You didn't script that, did you, Dan?
That's what I would have drawn up, though, Bruce, had I.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, that's great to see. Travis Cloak kicks the first goal of the game, but what was even better about that was every single one of his teammates got down to him. All of the backmen got down and patted Travis on the back. That's a great sign of support from them.
Pendlebury through the centre to full forward. Cox front spot, Dawson at the back. Sutcliffe getting across. Doric, and Cox has kicked it. The boy from Oklahoma State. Oh, he's got some footy smarts for a bloke that didn't grow up with it.
He's got
sports smarts.
Sports smarts, exactly. Ball smarts, sports smarts. That is just brilliant.
Clever.
That is sensational by Mason Cox. The recovery to get back on the ball, but then the brains to not take possession, just throw the foot at it. Terrific goal.
He's also got a leg that's nearly 2 meters long. So he just stuck it out there, didn't he?
So what's going on? Our blokes are getting drafted over there, and he's doing this here. He played basketball, did Cox. Quick thinking.
It was clever to get in front of his opponent too. Used his strength.
Fast start. Crisp, Pendlebury out of the middle to half forward. Collins goes back and takes it.
Hey guys, Barlow has gone to side bottom, but he might have to get to Pendlebury pretty quickly. He's had 3 and 2 clearances.
Nice kick by Collins, well weighted. Blakely in space. Drives it down towards half forward. Good kick. This guy is really coming on. We like him a lot. Taberner bounces off the chest of Walters. Pavlich, like Cloak with some time. Taberner forced to kick with his right boot. He's a left footer. Hangs a long time in the air as a result. Marsh dropped the mark in front. Now a chance for Brown. Slips it away towards Greenwood. Bounces it to the outer side. Coming through his side bottom finds Blair.
Then Blair twisting and turning. Grundy under the pump. Coughs it up. Pavlich back to Blakely. A good looking kick. No, a hook. End of behind. So Pav prominent early in that forward 50.
Just Hayden Ballantyne copped a little one behind play. We'll try and find it on the replay. A little bit of attention from a Collingwood teammate. He was down on his haunches for a little while.
Cloak got a hand for Smith's kick. Couldn't take the mark though. Collins has been active. This is Hill. Kicks back inside the forward 50. Pavlich from behind, hands to it, couldn't hang on. Howe tidies up for Collingwood. in the defensive goal square, kicks it out wide. Grundy takes the mark, wants to go, asking a lot of Cox once it's on the ground. Coming up behind him is White. White is tackled, didn't get boot to ball. Umpire lets them play. Sutcliffe tried to knock it out. Cox had other ideas, came in strongly. Back comes Sutcliffe. Ball still tantalisingly running the boundary, and now it just trickles out.
Just have a look at what happened with Hayden Ballantyne here. Just a clash of bodies. Yeah, take that back. It's all fine from Brodie Grundy. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. All involved in the play, but he was down for a while.
So lively start here. Cloak and Cox, the goal scorers. Dream start for the Pies. Cloak they bring back in. Cox wouldn't have played had it been wet.
Well, he has a go on the ground. You just saw a minute ago. He follows up really well, even though he's such a tall player.
The other thing, Duck, he kicks goals in the first quarter. It's the 5th time this season in his short career, 9th game.
Right, advantage.
That he's kicked a goal in the opening term. So Aish, he's the other in tonight. Good kick to Cloak. Kicked a goal from here against Geelong in a grand final, didn't he? You'd probably remember, Leggy. Decides just to caress that to full forward. Got to say, it was a good mark by Cox anyway, but...
Even though it's a free kick, he'll get a lot of confidence out of that. That was a one grabber.
Wheel to Spur, sends it up to the wing. Williams goes back and takes the mark. Short pass. Smith controls it nicely, hard against the boundary line. Collingwood lead by 11, early going on this Friday night. Williams across the ground. Sinclair takes off. Looks right to the 50. Aish on the line virtually. Couldn't hang on. Had no numbers, but doing pretty well with Sheridan. Reaching in there is Aish, and that ball is slow to release. Eventually it pops out, though. Dragging it back in there, I think, was Barlow eventually. Got a hand pass away to Clark.
Clark's high ball in a very dangerous spot. White held up well by Sutcliffe, and Spur comes in. A good player, Spur, kicks to centre wing. Taberner's the flyer. Pavlich involved as well. Ballantyne, clever enough. Taberner. Walters got a bad bounce. Williams and Walters, that's explosive, isn't it? Pavlich busy early, hip and shoulder. Marsh fending, in trouble. Walters puts the pressure on. Williams right side for him. Terrible handball to Maynard. Under pressure. Walters to try and get it back. Well done in the end. And now Marsh. Neat kick. Cloak. Good start by Trav. That's not such a good handball. And Dawson bangs it back.
In front down there was Ballantyne. Fisted away. Mundy slips. Knew where the help was, though. Ballantyne overruns it. Picked up by Grundy. Crisp surges through midfield. Good-looking kick into the path of Cox. Bounces obligingly. Tried to go with the right boot. Dragged down in the nick of time. Well done by Collins. He's over the football now. Trying to help him out as Barlow. Rolls out the back. Dawson's kick onto the chest of Phillips. So Phillips about 35 metres out. 45-degree angle. Virtually coming in over the numbers. Chance to kick a goal.
Bad fumble by the big fella, wasn't it? I mean, Ballantyne, he really, and then Grundy picked it up so clean. Ballantyne really fumbling.
Searching for his first AFL goal. This one tried to come back, but it does miss. On the margin now, 2 straight goals.
Duck, they'd done the hard work, the Dockers, hadn't they? They'd sort of got the turnover and then coughed it up. And Grundy's hands were good there.
They were very good.
So Collingwood with a couple of goals in front early. They've lost their last 3. Dockers have won their last 3. Just feel that neither team really recovered from round 1 when they were both flattened. Pies in Sydney. Good mark by Reid. And Fremantle against the Dogs here. Well, that Eddie had. Reid's kick off Varco. That's a good, strong mark.
Blood rule, Mason. Mason, jump off with the blood rule, mate. Jump off with the blood rule. Get that cleared up. Jump off with the blood rule. Get that cleared up. Thanks, buddy.
Cox to come off with the blood rule.
It's a good call, Bruce. They're really sticky hands tonight. All the players seem to be handling the ball really, really well.
He's exciting, this guy, isn't he? I mean, saw him on Anzac Day, and he's had a terrific start to his career. Just how good can he be?
It's the big question, because he's taken to as we said before, the smart side of the game quicker than I ever thought he would.
Okay,
But
right to go.
when you're going okay, you don't want to come to the bench, even for the blood rule. You want to stay out there, this long ball coming into him, chance to take a mark.
A couple of premierships with the Cats, Varco. And
No one's going to mark that.
Gee. Bad miss. Still, they've started brightly. They lead by 12.
Levi Greenwood's got the job on the #1 possession player in the AFL. Lockie Neal, one disposal at this stage. So 2 run-with rolls out there tonight, 1 for each team.
There's Barlow. Speaking of run with players, setting the bar high when it comes to reinventing himself. Drives it outside the defensive 50. Over the top, Grundy couldn't take the mark. Subban through his legs, rolls out the back. Hill's got it. They've got him. And we'll have a ball up.
You must be happy, Lingy. The taggers are back in vogue all of a sudden.
Well, especially the ones like Michael Barlow who find the footy as well. I don't like the taggers who are just 100% negative. I love the ones who go out there and find the footy as well.
Sinclair did well and then bounced off again and had another crack at it to go. He can't quite get through. And the ball up.
Thanks, guys. This side.
What a player, eh? Looking forward to seeing him back next year. Crozier just missed Pavlich. Brown. Pavlich just worried him out of it a bit. Here's Neal, couldn't quite get a handle on it. Smith, who debuted on the same day as Mason Cox and sort of had to play second fiddle that day, didn't he? But he's done a very good job. A Queenslander. So Collingwood with the opening goals. Travis Cloak, the first goal of the match.
Umpire Pennell, 1 of 4, tosses it up. Neal hit the pack strongly and the ball goes out of bounds. Sparse crowd. As the boys said earlier, shaped as a good game when they came out with the fixtures. One would have thought a very important game, but still, for different reasons, it is. Ball goes out of bounds. And again, the boundary umpire will do the honours. Oops. Grundy and Clark. Grundy gets a bit of clearance this time and wins decisively down the back. Picked up though by Clark. Gave it to Crozier. A high ball, floats towards the wing.
Difficult one there. Reid took off, couldn't quite get there.
Going to be a good challenge for Lockie Neal there, getting tackled by Levi Greenwood. Richo just mentioned that Greenwood is going to go with him everywhere.
Stand up.
Bit of push and shove.
Free kick now. Play on inside. Play on.
So it's a good win, a good early win for the Pie. Crisp. It was quite a hot ball and he couldn't quite take it. Blakey gets it wide. Neal, little one over the top to Clark. Clark besieged and gone.
Going the ball.
Just was flat-footed, Clark. Probably not a great handball selection, but he just couldn't get moving. Barlow to cut it off, he does. Just reads it well, Barlow, doesn't he?
Magpies have started well, playing with a lot of attitude. They've brought it tonight so far, of course.
Hands in the back. Collingwood.
So advantage not paid there. That's interesting. It's coming back to Phillips. De Goey was taking off towards the 50. Tom Phillips touched on the mark, down towards the pocket, hammered away by Dawson, and it goes out of bounds. So we've got a throw in. 14 plays 1, approaching midway in this term. How about those inside 50s? It's one-way traffic at the moment.
Certainly controlling the ball at the moment, Collingwood. Fremantle just can't find a way through. They're getting their hands on it enough, but not getting any fluent play whatsoever.
Take your chances when it's running with you. Greenwood down towards full forward, drifting back Dawson.
Uses a run of Sutcliffe. They double tag Cloak there. Sheridan just in a couple of minds here and then whacking it back to Barlow. So Barlow plenty of the ball early. And that's that familiar kicking style. That's a difficult kick for Hill. Kept his eye on it, but well done by Brown. Greenwood, Treloar, and just spraying it and missing the lot. Treloar, 8, sorry, Richo.
10 inside 50s to 2. The best thing about Collingwood is they're not allowing that transition. They've been an easy team to transition against this year. So far tonight, they've been very good at stopping it.
Treloar's first kick. Awkward. Needed to kick it straight and kick a goal. Side bottom. Greenwood taken down. Taberner. No defenders. backward of Williams. And he's outnumbered. Getting across though is Reid. Played it pretty well. Towards the boundary line. Side bottom again. The steal of the 08 draft. Pulls it back. Sinclair, Pendlebury. On the overlap goes to the other side. Now Phillips can draw a man or run. He decides to run. Kicks inside the forward 50. Getting up and doing well is Collins. Well, he started pretty well.
No doubt about that. Subin. Sutcliffe. Seeing a lot of the ball, these defenders. It's a good kick by Sutcliffe.
Hold.
So Tucker, another one of these youngsters we've talked about. He's the youngest out there for the Dockers tonight. A couple of teenagers, one on each side. But the profiles of both teams are so similar in terms of under 50 games and under 100. That one cut off. Phillips has been busy early. DeGoey, Treloar. And that kick again, not a great one by Treloar. So a couple of kicks for him in the last minute or two. One missing everything and that one missing cloak.
Really good defensive work there by Phillips. So just read the cues of the short kick. Fremantle, as we said earlier, trying to keep possession. He read the cues, created the spoil, and then just a kick inside forward 50. Not perfect to Travis Cloak.
Typical Fremantle at the moment, though, defending stoutly. Crisp has other ideas, but this one bounces out of bounds in the opposite pocket.
Well, that's the thing. They're dominating the play, Collingwood, but their efficiency just way down. You have to hit that target. Cloak makes the space, and you're missing by 2 or 3 metres. That's why they've only kicked 2 goals when they've dominated.
Lots of stoppages so far. Boundary throw in this time. Hanneth, number 38. Cox in front, third man up, Mundy. Blakely had it, lost it. Sheridan trying to get out of there. Taken to the ground by Blair. Subin applies a tackle on Crisp and will have a ball up about 15 metres out.
Like that domination, they've had 12 inside 50s to halfway through this first quarter. They averaged 12 in an entire quarter this season. So totally dominant, but not getting it the reward, as you said.
Spur, good tackle, just kept some pressure on him, and then Tabiner out on the full. So Reid to bring it back in. So just those 2 goals, they were early. Cloak followed by Cox in a hurry. And Cox was the flyer and the boundary throw in.
Let him up.
Collingwood beat Geelong this year. They won those couple of games against Brisbane and Geelong. And Dennis's point, I reckon, against the Bulldogs was right. They looked the better team that day. They had a lot of injuries, and everything has gone south for them since that night.
They were going to win that game, weren't they?
They were.
Tossed in. Over the top, Cox knocks it down. Neil having a wonderful season. Blakely, one of the young guns. Greenwood gets back. Pendlebury. Now Aish. Kicks it down towards the pocket. It's going to be a free kick to Blair against Subin.
Just here. Just here. He's played it. He's had a good look at it from front on. Thank you. This is the mark.
Umpire Sean Ryan, who made that great call late last Friday night.
Just here's the mark.
And Jamie McMillan. Well, no call, really.
Had a good vision on that one, and that was a clear grab of the jumper there. Blair strong, just holding his ground in the one-on-one. Subin panicked.
Aish then. Hits the post. Or Blair, rather. Blair having that shot at goal.
So Collingwood just not getting reward, are they? I mean, you'd be disappointed that they're not 5 goals in front of you. A Pies supporter at the moment. It's a little bit of rope-a-dope for the Dockers, isn't it? They're absorbing, and they're going to absorb a bit more. Treloar, Greenwood, yes! He's had a good start, Greenwood. He's had one very good match this year. Bucks talked with Richo pre-match about his role tonight. Got the job on Lockie Neal. And that's now getting the reward they deserve. It's 3-2 to a point.
Yep, Richo's point was a good one. They just can't get the ball outside their defensive half, can they, Fremantle? Collingwood setting up really well.
Well, Fremantle trying to have the urgency to go straight away. It was Crozier who gave the handball. But sometimes you've just got to be aware of what's around you, what the pressure's like, and the Collingwood pressure was first class and well finished by Levi Greenwood.
Grundy knocked it down. Treloar couldn't take it cleanly. Crisp, who's been in the action at the base of that pack, ball up again.
Down this way.
The outer ring this time. Grundy again falls at his feet. Treloar head first. Mundy and Grundy rolls across towards Blakely. Subban alongside the centre circles, drives it deep into attack. Marsh is down there. Taberner knocked it away. Main went to ground. Marsh won a hard ball. Well played. Sinclair to Howe. Howe breaks away, kicks to the outer side. Coming up, leaving his man is the defender behind Collins. Well done. Hand pass a little dodgy. Works out okay. Blakely, nice gather. Good-looking kick. Valentine. Well done, Collins, across half-back.
Absolutely. Took the chance, Dennis, didn't he? Came off his man and created something.
Play on!
So Valentine, that touched on the way through, I think, was it? No, Mark to Phillips. He's done enough, Phillips, hasn't he? Missed a shot on goal, but he's been busy enough. Second game only for Tom.
I think the players agreed with you out there, Bruce. They were touched on the mark.
Yeah, well, that's looking at it. That's the way it certainly looks. So Reid with that familiar style cloak the mark. He's kicked a goal. He's started well. It's a nice kick to Crisp.
He plays his best when he gets that hit up, Mark, and he's taken a couple tonight.
To Goey. So Collingwood having a really good opening term here. That's a terrific kick forward. Side bottom. Such a skillful player and wide on the run. And Collingwood get a stoppage in about 20 metres from home.
Just missed a couple of those targets, haven't they, the Pies, going inside 50 where they've had the player that's got a gap on their defender. If they clean that up, as we've said, could have had a few more goals.
Clark over the top, knocked it down. Crisp again. Pushing the Dockers fits at the moment. This is side bottom, right on the 50. Centering ball. Lovely ball. Now Maynard is a thumping kick.
Right there, on back 1 metre, back 1 metre.
He knows it. He wants the man on the mark, taken back just a little bit.
Come around 2 metres.
The trip shouldn't be a problem, should he decide to go for it.
He was thinking about it, and Reid told him, Den, go for it.
15.
So let's see what he can do. Bit of a shuffle. This kick is long enough. It's just wide of the mark. Still, it increases the lead. It's out to 20 now as we approach quarter time.
He's the other teenager out there, Maynard. 11th game this season. So he's been able to hold his spot. A few injuries down back, admittedly, but he's got a bright future. Dangerous again, coming out, and Varco able to get it from Pearce to Goey. Sinclair gets a fair bit on it. Not going to be a goal, though. And in the end, another behind for Collingwood.
I like Fremantle's urgency to want to score more and move the ball quicker at times, but there's a time to do it. And those dangerous kicks or dangerous handballs deep in defence when the team's already set up, the opposition team's already set up, well, they spell disaster sometimes. It's from this part of the ground, if they can break a line, that's when you want to move it quicker.
Mundy in trouble, back over the shoulder. Plenty of Magpies there, and the ball spills out of bounds.
Well, Richo has said it a couple of times now. They just can't get through. Collingwood setting up really well, and that has been a weakness other than a couple of games this year.
Clark and Grundy. As they've done most of this quarter. Grundy at the second attempt. Neal, no real influence so far. De Goey has been pretty good. On the other hand, now Treloar finds a way through, kicks it down towards half forward. Trying to juggle it, White, slapped away there by Sutcliffe, picked up by White. Sutcliffe came again and smothered the kick. Ricochets out of bounds.
A little burst, White, didn't he, about 3 weeks ago, where he played some good footy. So the Pies on that 50-metre zone. They've been inside it so often in this opening term.
Oh, you take it.
The big guys have been challenged for Collingwood recently, and Grundy, he's on fire in the ruck. He's had 11 hit-outs. Zach Clark's only had 2. He's giving Collingwood first use, and it's letting them then lock it into their forward line.
And there he is, putting the tackle on.
Thank you.
And the clearances on the back of that, Richo, are just starting to look a little bit ominous. They're not big numbers, but 9-4 Collingwood, and that's where those inside 50s come. Another beautiful tap.
Absolutely, and Greenwood having a fine opening term. Sheridan Spur, Sheridan, still pressure. Collins has been impressive, I reckon. Down the hill with some run and carry. That's a good-looking kick off the boot.
Walters will need to go, got a hand to it, but Sinclair been his master so far. Centering ball. White's got it. Front end of the square, just lobs it to space. De Goey goes after it. Mundy got a hand in there. It rolls towards the boundary. Well, it's stopped by De Goey. They crawl back after it, and eventually it goes out. Spur wasn't going to touch it. And this start reminiscent, dare I say it, of the 2013 Grand Final. The Dockers really struggling to go forward. Hannah walks through, knocks it down. Ace takes it cleanly. Gets it away to Crisp. Greenwood and Crisp. They've been very good. Greenwood holding it this time.
That's a mark.
Just one goal to half-time that day, and haven't really threatened too much in this opening term so far. Ballantyne taking a chance. Can they break the line here? No. Sweeping at the back, Smith to Brown. And then Brown just spreading it to Maynard. So Collingwood really controlling this in the opening term. Maynard with that good-looking leg of his. Cloak worked. Collins off it. Now he'll go off the ground, Cloak. Pretty good result in the end. Side bottom, sliding onto it. Well done there by Dawson, because it was going to be Pendlebury's ball. Tucker worked it through to Hill. Pendlebury off a step. Good vision. Oh, Varco missed it. Clark, little give. Neil under pressure from Varco. Oh, they're in the back foot here. Well done, Cox. He gets rid of Clark. Side bottom in the pocket. Dawson gets rid of him. And then Subin just belts it to the boundary line. And will it go out? Not quite, so he won't be pinged. Collingwood with another chance.
Been a good day for out. Hand pass comes from Barlow. Tucker comes around the outer side. Knocked away by Marsh. Well done, body to body with Pavlich, and won that battle.
Their pressure has just been so good, Collingwood, at Fremantle. There's perceived pressure out there. They think they're under pressure at times when they're not in that back half.
Magpies need at least one more goal, though, to get value from this term. Enneth in front, directs it down. Crisp, 8 possessions so far. All up. Greenwood has had, I think, 7 from memory. Just have a look here, 7 he's got. So those guys around the packs have been dynamite so far. Grundy.
Lock, Fremantle. Let him go, Brody. Let him go. Let him go.
So it's a Fremantle free kick there. Third man up was Mundy, but the first thing Grundy did was push Hanneth in the chest. Called a block.
He's about to get a possession, Hanneth. He was one of 5 Fremantle players who hadn't touched the footy. So much of their ball has just been down back. Their defenders dominating the possession count. Crozier's had the 9, Sheridan 7. They need to start getting that run and getting that midfield ball and forward of centre ball. Fremantle, if they're going to worry Collingwood at all.
So Grundy and Hanneth, so Tucker, Sheridan spreading well. Barlow with a real chance to do something here. Kicks to fall forward. Main worked it well. Ball runs away. But this is as deep as they've been for a long time. A career high last week, Barlow. He was prolific, wasn't he, when he started in terms of 30 disposals. 31 times he's done it in his career to date. Pearce didn't take it, and Walters over the top of it. Pearce trying to get an angle on it, can't. Ball not out. Still not out. Now it is. Smith hacks it out to about 60 metres away from goal. Well read by Crozier. Sheridan, a lot of the ball in the opening term. Check sides the ball to fall forward. Pavlich front and centre. Brown. Good spoil. Hill. Little give. Walters. Is he close enough? Not quite. Kicks to fall forward. No mark. Ballantyne releases the footy. Blair goes back. Oh, Chris did well.
Outside the defensive 50. Docker's queuing up, though. Barlow's got it. Walters to his left. Slips it away to Walters. Runs to the 50. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Deep in the pocket. Hill tries to pull it back. Kept it in, but straight to Reid. He comes to Smith. Just over a minute remaining in the term. Smith to Grundy. Grundy back to Smith. Needs a kick now. High ball to a one-out contest. Collins. Move there by Cloak. Umpire lets them play. 2 strong men. And they tie up on the outer side. And we'll get a ball up. Collingwood by 21.
Gee, Fremantle played some bizarre football in this opening term, isn't it? Forward entry a moment ago with some of the decisions they made and execution.
Had a couple of free players too, Walters, and put it between both of them.
Back! Collingwood!
So it doesn't look like the Dockers are going to get on the board in terms of goals in the opening term. Chris, a lot of the ball in this first quarter. Cloak did a good job there, bringing the ball down. Neil, Dawson, well, that look away handball. The bizarreness continues. Zach hasn't been bad at bizarre over the years. Barlow under pressure. Varco wraps him. Ball squeezes out. Collins down low. Gets it to Neil. Neil twists and turns. I think he's gone. Cox, no, not pinged.
Push in the back, Fremantle. Push in the back. That's the mark, play on.
So the Dockers, I think they want this siren in a hurry and they get it. So Cloak opened it up with a goal. It was the perfect start. And Cox was to follow quickly after. Took a while for Greenwood. And Collingwood lead by 3-0 on a Friday night here at the MCG.
I reckon there's
You're being provocative, Doc.
No.
That's what you are.
No, I like that young talent in Collingwood's injury list.
Okay. Started the second term. Crozier leads all comers, 11 possessions in the opening term. Crisp 10, Barlow 9. Well, tosses it up. Hanneth knocks it down. Neil to Mundy. Walters under pressure, smothered off his boot. Neil does well, runs hard. Wide to Pearce, who controls it eventually. Floats one inside the forward 50. Taberner was up one-handed, falls in front. Treloar, who started on the interchange bench tonight, comes in short and finds De Goey.
Not 15!
Treloar has had a terrific season. Smith not 15. There's Treloar again. High ball, gives everybody a chance down there. White was in front, Blair arrived quickly, front and centre. Across to Marsh, bit of a fumble. Played it well enough, knocked it to Grundy. Grundy feeds it back now to Williams.
High ball from Williams to about 30 metres out. Cox just got rid of Dawson at the right time. Hill run down by Phillips. Ball in dispute, a bit ball up. Let's see the response for the Dockers here. Cox, the third man up, did so well. Crisp to fall forward. Cloak in Collins. Bouncing ball, Sheridan walked it over. And another behind for Collingwood. So they're doing all the scoring shots.
Now let's see what their intent is after the quarter-time break. Ross Lyon would have had a good talk to them about their ball movement. How do they get some sort of flow going in their game?
Clark the target this time, knocked away from behind by Howe. Comes across towards Walters. Hurried kick up towards the wing. Taberner missed it. Maynard falling to the ground eventually. Got it to Treloar. Phillips knocks it on to the voice. Falling to the ground, Brown, close to the boundary line, side bottom. And now, with some time and space, Maynard, but forced a hand pass. Howe comes across the half-back line. 50-50 ball, if you don't mind the Pav. First to recover, picks it up. Is he lacking support? Main arrives, his first possession. Tackled by Smith. Marsh. And now Reid, so the moment passes for the Fremantle Dockers. Almost got a second chance, but Grundy hung on.
Gee, what an opportunity there, but set up by Howes. Kick across, so Smith from De Goey, running hard, long kick to Cox at full forward, worked brilliantly in front, had a fair bit of it, couldn't quite. Cloak, not quite. Side bottom, not quite. 3 not quites behind. Gee, I thought Cox would have swallowed it. He couldn't hold the mark. Clark.
Here's Bundy. Towards the wing. It's an interesting ball. It runs on, and the man who spotted it first is Hill. Latches onto it, kicks it down towards left half forward. Pavlich in 2 minds, goes to the pocket. Walters accelerates and gets there.
Clever kick, wasn't it, by the Pav? Just put enough flight on it for Walters to run on, dude.
Okay, so Walters deep in the pocket now. Going to get their first goal.
1 metre.
Pavlich looked to the middle first and then to space, and Walters ran onto it. Not ideal for the left footer, but he's a very talented young player. 24 goals for this season. Kick is on the way. Make it 25. Lovely. handle up a lot for the Fremantle Dockers after they kick a goal. Matthew Pavlich invariably holds court, and that's good to see. Plenty of experience there, but a little bit of youth as well. Taberner, the man earmarked to replace Pavlich, of course. He's an emerging talent. Just a couple of weeks back, got 5 against Brisbane.
Last week was the only time he hadn't kicked a goal this season. He's got a great record against the Pies. 10 goals in 3 games coming in, and twice 4, which equals his career high. So it's just what the Dockers needed. Collingwood's had some chances in this term. Pavlich keeping a cool head, and Walters so skillful from the pocket. Yep. We've got so many outstanding small forwards, haven't we, in AFL footy, and Walters is on the first page, I reckon. It's a pretty big page. Quick kick by Pendlebury. Side bottom held it up. Phillips has been prolific. That kick just a little off the side, but he got it to a good spot. Blair, Cloak off a step. Looking okay. Just missing.
Signs are good, though.
Yeah, he's up and about, isn't he?
He's moving around. Richo's been calling for it for weeks. Same with Duck. When he gets up the ground and hit up leads, gets himself into the right spots, then works back and gets inside 50. That's when it is as he's at his most dangerous.
Pierce looking for Pav, punched away by Marsh. In front was Neil. Pavlich in trouble, dragged down, back to Neil. Now Barlow again finding the footy, kicks it up towards the wing. Pendlebury cruises across, barking instructions as he came, kicks it down towards the 50. Barlow got rid of Blair and took the mark quite easily in the end to Pierce, who runs and then spots nothing across the ground. There is a long kick here, but he dare not take it, not now at least. He kicks it wider to a contest on the wing. In front is Reid, taps it gently down for Phillips. Well played. Now it's Williams. Another probing kick inside the forward 50. Behind there was White, off his fingertips, fell in front, hacked out of there by Barco after Blair had a play on the football. Over the ball was Sheridan, putting the body in is Collins. Collins rolls on top of Cox.
On the ball, dragged it in.
There's the umpire.
Bad luck, Mason. Let it up. Drag the ball in, Russ. Knock it clear.
It's very polite. Do you feel like Freo slightly backing it, Lingy, or not?
Not with their ball movement, Bruce, no. I'm not seeing any real quality ball movement, though. There might be a chance to link up with a few handballs here, but very stagnant.
Barlow had to really think his way through there. What a fine football brain he has, Barlow. Sutcliffe, Ballantyne. Gee, that's a good mark, isn't it?
That is sensationally well played by Maynard.
Well, his dad was very good at that, centre-half back for the Crows. Very good in the one-on-one situation.
This is Smith. Looking more comfortable with every outing.
Back behind, hold.
Marley Williams back in the team. Very handy player across half-back when he's going. Not a particularly good kick as Howe going backwards. Short and Reid. Out against the boundary line is Collingwood. Try and work it up the ground. They decide to come back and probe this side now. Williams like a relay runner, waiting for the ball to arrive, and now he's off. Kicks it up towards the wing. They've got the numbers here. Aish takes the mark, wants to move it quickly, goes short, side bottom, demanding the football. Wheels around, not a good kick though, although it's worked out okay. Treloar dropped it, set away on his right foot. That's not too good, although he makes it look pretty easy. Onto the chest of Varco.
Turned out well, didn't he? And Varco's kick to White into a contest. Phillips turning, twisting, back to De Goey. De Goey back to Sinclair. Sinclair's got a bit of time to measure. Cox. Nilly. He's really presenting well there. Blair did well. Got it back to Greenwood. And a behind.
And Nilly's the right word for Mason Cox at the moment tonight. He's had his hands on a couple of marks that it looked for all money like he was going to take. The positive is he's in the right spot and he is getting his hands on it. The next step is bringing those ones in.
Pierce outside the defensive 50 then. Marsh in front. Clever mark. Mundy nudged him out of it and juggled it. So points last night. A lot of behinds again tonight. You're the constant, Bruce. There's Pearce. Across to Mundy. Drives it down towards half forward. Walters, watch him accelerate here. No, he doesn't. Now he does. Moves on, gets it back from Pavlich. Got a man in the air, but the man in the air got him. Hanneth goes to Pavlich, nevertheless. Smothered off the boot by Maynard, having a good night. Pavlich off the ground, and this one skids out of bounds. So a good result for Fremantle. They get a stoppage deep in attack.
So Walters and Pavlich again sort of combining there. They got their first goal a moment ago.
Those long arms came in handy for Cox there, just putting Walters under pressure.
Doing the ruck work there, Duck with Hanneth. Pendlebury, so clean. Sinclair spreading it. Treloar getting busy with it. That one under pressure, coughed it up. Neil, the other prolific one. Weller stood up pretty well. Blakey, Aish going down. Subin with him ball up.
The difference with Neil, he's had 12 touches tonight, 11 handballs. He just cannot get the ball out in space at all. We haven't seen his gut run tonight because Greenwood's been with him every step of the way.
Third man up is Clark. He was the last to get there, but Treloar goes with the outside of the boot, only about 15 metres. Crozier, off half-back, is having a good night. Gave it to Subin. It became his problem. Blakey.
Fremantle.
Fremantle getting a free kick. I think it'll go to Blakely. 60 metres out, centering ball, spotted Main. And Main's taken this mark directly in front, 35 metres from goal.
I loved seeing that from Connor Blakely. As soon as he got the free kick, there it is there, the high contact to him. He looked up straight away. He wasn't slow getting back off the mark. Straight away hit the kick. If he had waited an extra second then, Chris Main would have been covered. Really well done.
So Main hasn't seen it much tonight. 16 goals for the season. Important one here. Suddenly Collingwood could be in range. It's the post. Bad luck for Chris Main and the Dockers. What a good player he's been over the trip. Honest as the day is long.
I feel like he's squeezed the most out of himself, hasn't he? And he's had a good couple of weeks. His set shots haven't been so good this year.
It was once a very good set.
Yeah. Treloar building a portfolio again tonight. 8 times he's had 30 in a match this year. Neil's had it on 10 occasions. It's crazy stuff. So Aish, short, Maynard. Gee, they needed that, the Dockers, didn't they? They're sort of just getting some parity at the moment anyway, and certainly not on the scoreboard. That one just getting over the top. Cox's little gift, terrific to Chris. Cloak with a big chance. Well done, Dawson. Sutcliffe, Varco, an important little touch. Phillips kicks a goal. Well done. It's his first in league footy. Just a little hand at the right time, mate. He's been pretty good, Tom Phillips, tonight.
He has. He's been involved in a bit early. He's had a couple of shots at goal now. And you never forget that moment. Kicking your first goal in AFL footy. He's a happy boy. Really well defended there by Zach Dawson. It looked like Travis Cloak had done everything right. And well done to Tom Phillips. He loved it. That is one thing you never forget as a player. Your first goal.
Neil de Barlow kicks it down towards half forward. Marsh prepared to take front
Tackle,
spot.
Collingwood.
Will get the free kick. Advantage is taken. Crisp slips a hand past his side bottom to Smith. Comes back to Reid, just loops it over the top. Smith hard against the boundary line, back to Reid, needs to kick it, and he does that, close to the boundary. In fact, it floats out of bounds. So Main hits the post, and then Phillips gets his first goal, and that was very important. The margin jumps to 24. So the ball will come to Barlow. Good again tonight so far. You can see a pretty stationary lot up ahead. Just kicks to a contest. Plenty of Collingwood players there. Pavlich from the side. Weller, who's been quiet, had it go through his legs. Subin has 3 Collingwood players around him.
Taverner hasn't really been able to strike a blow so far tonight. Marsh has been impressive, I reckon, down back.
It's been good in the one-on-ones against Valentine.
Yep. Smith taken down. So Grundy engages early. Side bottom tries to get through, can't, and again we're going to have a stoppage. Had a lot of them tonight so far. Again, Grundy outnumbered. Treloar, geez, a strong body. He's had it a long time. It's a bit like a rugby, isn't it? Rugby union push forward. Gained, what, 10 metres there? And they get another stoppage. Mundy hanging off the back of him. And there's Treloar again, and Smith. Now Neil cutting it off. There's a bit of run and carry. Kicks to full forward. Pavlich in a good spot. Lovely mark. Oh, well played. He's got a big backside and he used it well. I mean that. It's a lovely backside, but it's a big one.
What about the class of Lockie Neal? Wow.
Yeah, and that's what Richo talked about. We've seen none of that so far from Neil. We saw it there.
Well, he's hardly got a one-on-one, has he, Pav, all day? Got it there with Brown.
Important for the Dockers here, just to stay in some sort of touch. He improves the angle slightly and misses, so it's a disappointing result. Big build-up.
Well, there's a way, Bruce, that he was opening up the angle, so he was veering left and then kicked it with his right foot, and that's why he missed to the right.
It was good last week, 4 goals. Still needed to kick that. Here's Sinclair. Last halfway in this second term, Friday night football. Collingwood with a handy lead. Possibly should be further in front. To the wing, reaching over the top, Cox. Greenwood slips it away. Treloar really imposing himself. Grundy, De Goey, good control. Spins around, kicks inside the 50. Picked up by Collins, gave it to Sutcliffe. Collins didn't want it back. Barco was swooping, trying to get it out of there as Blakely needs to be careful. De Goey's got it, Dawson's got him. But about 40 metres out from goal, we'll get a ball up.
I'm not sure why Sutcliffe handballed back there, but they were lucky the Dockers.
Terrible handball.
Initially, it was a great pickup from Collins, but he didn't want that footy back.
No. Mundy starting to work hard. Aish. He'd love a big game tonight. He's done well in the VFL over the last few weeks. Crispin a ball up.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Right back.
So the Pies with 12 scoring shots to 4.
Block. Collingwood. Grundy. No. Right here. Push out.
So Brodie Grundy takes the free kick about 55 metres from goal.
Doubt he can get the distance, may not try, just will set it up, I would imagine. Well, I think he tried. Off hands behind the White. Now, he may have marked that, did he? It may have been touched in front. The umpire called play on. Was it premature? And we'll get a ball up. The umpire standing right alongside, so I guess not, but White appeared to take it, but he did juggle it. In between times, it was a call of play on. Crozier kicks it outside the defensive 50. Reid stifled the bouncing ball well. Gets a hand pass, Goldwood. Crisp has been everywhere. Good tackle, though, by Tucker. Took him down. Aish, Treloar. Treloar gets it back from Brown. Looks to the middle. This is Marsh. They're building now, just forward of centre. How nobody near him. Gallops towards goal. High ball. Cox will come. Carried under it. Opportunity down there for White. Barco hit the pack. And the ball rolls out of bounds.
Chivaco's forward pressure's been impressive tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A few tackles. Lovely tap on a moment ago for Tom Phillips. Collingwood pressing hard here. Taberner was sort of the third man up. Hill gets enough on it, so he gets it only as far as Reid and Brown. Played a bit together on that back half, and then Brown's handball just came off Pearson, a boundary throw in.
I love reading the story about Ben Reid during the week. Just the way professional players go about doing everything they possibly can to get back playing AFL footy, taking real responsibility for his career, the injuries, doing the ballet because it was always going to improve him and get him back. Oh, I love things like that. Just the little quirky things players do to make sure they're back playing.
Quick from Crozier, and there he is, Lingy. Right on cue.
Kicks inside the forward 50. Blair worked in front. Ball eluded him, though. Spur. Wow. Sliding on his knees. Artistic merit was high, but he could do nothing with the football. He was pinned immediately. So Collingwood enjoying a good time in this game. A lot of attacking here, but again, not putting it on the scoreboard. Grundy, knocked forward by Greenwood. Back to Grundy. Sends it down towards full forward. Cox! Oh, Cox caught it. Like you'd catch a tennis ball. A little unorthodox. The hands there early, and it just dropped into the bucket.
You can thank Grundy, though. He has been dominant in the ruck tonight. Freo are starting to want to go third man up all the time because they simply can't get a hand on it. And when Cox kicks this goal, I reckon everyone should get over to Grundy. He's been really good.
At his best, Grundy's a very good player. Cox now needs to kick this one. He got one, a spectacular early goal. There's second, and he pops this through. He's got his second. So 38 plays 9, 5.5 minutes out from half-time. And the Magpies doing everything they need to do. They went into lockdown there and just kept it inside their half.
And that's typical of Grundy, how he played. That he's instinctive. That goal that he kicked late against Richmond, I mean, he plays instinctively at times, takes them on.
Duck, this is almost the most exciting thing I've seen from Mason Cox. To read the flight of the ball and protect the space, that's high-quality play.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You want to isolate Zach Dawson, don't you?
Yep.
Grundy, Blakely. So Cox.
Well, Collingwood forwards have been tormenting Zach Dawson for a long time now.
They have.
Sure have.
Cox just 9 games, 6 times now he's kicked multiple goals. He's building a lovely little record here in his first stanza of footy.
And as we've said, a lot of nearly marks tonight. Hung on to that one.
From Oklahoma State. Great story.
Holding Collingwood. Collingwood.
So much about Aussies in the US this week, of course.
Crisp again drives the ball inside the forward 50. Subban showed courage. Cox came up to meet it. Sheridan went to ground. Whistle.
Just to back over my, sorry, Dan, just to back over my point, you add Fasolo and Elliott to this forward line at the feet of Cox. I mean, it's a real exciting forward line, and Darcy Moore obviously also.
Barlow spinning as he took the football. He's penalised to go. He will get the free. He was intent on getting away and paid the price.
Well, the weight of numbers now just starting to tell against Fremantle. Terrific forward pressure from Jordan De Goey. Couldn't quite get the handball away. He put his team and himself on notice during the week, saying they all needed to harden up. It's a good way of doing it.
He's played well tonight too, De Goey. And he puts this one through. So Collingwood are kicking away, approaching half-time. High draft pick. They liked him from the start. They didn't mess around. He played a lot of football last year. This year, at times, has been a tad disappointing, but on balance, he's going to be a fine player.
So the coach in the front and the champ at the back there, Ross Lyon and Matt Fife. Can Ross reboot this team next season? It's going to be one of the big questions of 2017. Collingwood marching away here. Pearce got it from Clark. Good smother by Smith. Well done to Goey again. Spur hacked it forward. Pavlik's in the centre. Brown got over the top. Williams read it okay. Ballantyne, that's a great tackle by Maynard, and comes again Maynard, squirts out, Williams on the up, Walters, brilliant pick up, free kick.
Fremantle.
She's a class player.
Yep.
When others were fumbling, it's a great pick up.
Well, it's those small forwards. They have just become an integral part. They're all so clever, the pressure that they put on, which we've already spoken about, but good players don't fumble.
Well, he kicked a brilliant goal earlier in this quarter, didn't he? This one, same pocket, but angled a lot better. And the line. So they have had not many chances, but they've missed 3, Main, Pavlich and Walters in this term.
Ross not amused. Now comes in short to ground. Good to see him back. Out wide, Maynard sent away his left foot. Down the line, Marsh. Another place for Sydney. Kicks for distance. High one. Big pack at the drop. 5 players in that pack. Comes to the front of the pack. Picked up by Sidebottom. To Goey. Head over the football. In trouble, Pendlebury. He's gone out of the game in this term to a certain extent. We'll get a ball up.
Even when Freo have had opportunities in their forward half of the ground, they've missed their goals, but they haven't had the ability then to have their turn at locking it in. Pies have been able to get it down to their forward half straight away.
Walters hurriedly down towards half forward, and this ball floats out of bounds on the full. Pendlebury 7 possessions to quarter time, just 3 in this second quarter, but they haven't needed him.
High ball from Maynard. Collins did okay. Walters probably a shining light at the moment, despite the miss. Cox getting the tackle, and who gets a free kick with it coming back.
Bring it back. Play and stop, guys. Bring it back.
It's been a miserable opening half for the Dockers here.
2 metres. Time back
That
on.
looked like a tough one. Sheridan didn't have a lot of prior opportunity. Tackled by 4 players. Collingwood another chance to go forward. Choose not to now. They're going to control the possession. Try and switch it to the other side of the ground and find someone open.
Marsh got it from Reid. Just controlling it here, Collingwood. Howe covers the ground so well, doesn't it?
And the air.
Yeah, definitely.
Goes down the line. Cloak comes up. Flat-handed. Couldn't take the mark, and it spills out of bounds. Still, he's had a good night so far. Got the first goal. Has looked energetic. So a step in the right direction. Should have marked that one, though.
It's just a little sign of still that lack of confidence. It hasn't quite come back to him yet. He'd swallow that one every day of the week when he's in form.
Barlow and Treloar share a kick. Now it's with Crisp. Hasn't shared with anybody. Smothered off the boot. Varco's got the leg speed there. Spurs in trouble here, Varco. Hit him on the curve. Maynard liked his game, and he goes in short. And Phillips, who kicked his maiden goal tonight. Second game. Boy from Oakley, 55 metres out. Sends it long down towards the goal square. In front down there is Pendlebury. Had it slapped away. Well played by Blair. White over the shoulder. How will it bounce? It's a goal. How was Blair? Everybody was coming the other way. And against the tsunami, the little fella just went in, took the football at full tilt. Presence of mind to give it off, and White had to finish it, still had a lot to do, and he snapped it over that left shoulder.
Spot on, Dan. Oh, they've put a space in them, haven't they, in the last 5 minutes? So Blair creating it and White finishing it.
See, this is starting to get pretty ugly for Fremantle. Only 1 goal coming into half-time. They're playing against a team who's 14th on the ladder. Ross will not be happy with that at all. Poor first half.
Treloar having a massive first half numbers-wise. Blair so good a moment ago. Didn't get it far. De Goey, Phillips and Williams spinning and turning, and then a good kick back. He got it back to a bit of a hot spot. Ball getting over the back. Mundy. Okay. Barlow. Crozier on the wrong side. Gets it high. Tabbing it. Done very little. Just got under the ball. Blakely probably goes off the ground. He does. Just to himself. Can he pick it up on the run? Gee, did well there. And then Main trapped it. Oh, well played. Reed's had a superb opening half. Back towards Williams. 1 goal for Ross at half-time at the MCG, by the way. Lingy is a sad tale. The only other twice has happened prior to this, and they were both grand finals.
Doesn't end well, does it, for him?
Well, not so far.
Mentioned that Scott Pendlebury had been quiet in this term. Well, Treloar certainly picked up the slack. 12 possessions. He's been the star in the second quarter. There he is again, working on number 13. Got it too. Too hot for De Goey though. Neal dragged off it, throwing it. The Collingwood free kick. There's the siren for half-time. And that was a surging finish to the second quarter by Collingwood. They led by 21 at quarter time. The Dockers had plenty of the football to start this quarter, but Collingwood really put their stamp on the game coming towards half-time. 7-8-50 plays 1-4-10 on Friday Night Football. 16 for the Dockers. There's Treloar. As Bruce said, he's having a wonderful season. Just racking up the possessions. And to good effect in that second term. Pendlebury dropped off. He took up the slack. A half to go. Collingwood lead by 40. Can the Dockers get back? We're about to find out. Grundy taken across the head there by a slap. Got it down anyway. White floats a kick towards half forward. Reid leads in the race. Generally, he's been the master in this battle. Main did pretty well there. Pearce improvising. Off balance Crisp. Howe. Slick hands. Williams does okay. Bounces it to De Goey. Stolen away by Crozier, who's had a good good night. Comes across to Ballantyne. Walters. Now Weller. Can he kick a goal to start this term? No, he misses to the right-hand side. He brushed the post, did he?
Yep.
Okay.
It's good build-up late. Rather bizarre start to the build-up, though.
Yeah, not sure about Daniel Pearce's decision to try and kick that off the ground out of mid-air. Just take possession. Take possession, do the simple things well. That's the only way you get yourself back in the game and your team back in the game. Not trying for that millionaire rubbish.
So Maynard's been good. Just got over the top. Cloak couldn't take the mark. Grundy outstanding in the opening half. Ball in disputing the ball up. Ruslan told Richo try and get the third man up a bit in this second half.
Fremantle.
So Clark, 4 or 5 years ago, he looked like being a big player in the comp, didn't he?
Yeah, I agree.
Clark.
Athletically got everything.
Hasn't happened. So kicks to full forward, Pavlich. Well done, Marsh. Weller went early, which was a good tactic. So against Howe, just spilled out, didn't it? And was incorrect disposal. So another shot on goal here for the Dockers.
He's a bit unlucky here, Howe. It was probably just that last touch that made it look like a throw. Otherwise, it had just spilled out of his hands in the tackle. And
The fact that it went to a player, Leggy, but this has been their best couple of minutes, the Dockers.
Got to get a goal, Duck.
Yep.
They've had a few chances, but they've missed a few, haven't they? They could be 5-1 easily. So Subin. No, doesn't get the distance. That's a strange kick, and Marsh.
Wasn't that aggressive by Marsh. Picks it out. Pearce has it bounce off his chest. Doing okay, and there was Age, but Pearce, he recovers. Deep in the pocket, pulls it back to a dangerous spot. Offhands, a chance for Ballantyne. He raced past that pack. In goes Pavlich. Rolls out to Taberner. Came back the other way. Walter's kick was smothered by Treloar. In goes Neal. Jarred loose. Cox has got it at close quarters to De Goey. And De Goey kicks it to midfield. How will it bounce? Awkwardly for all concerned. Collins has been good. Lays it off. Sutcliffe. Now Hill in space. Drives it back inside the forward 50. Marsh has been good with the spoil, and again there. Knocked it down. Greenwood to Howe. Howe's kick, we'll get under that one. Cox does, but couldn't hang on. Mundy, so the pressure building from Fremantle.
With a bit of a chance here, Sheridan to full forward. Pavlich, good fly. Weller, just fumbling. It's been good Weller in the last couple of weeks, but missed a goal here and a fumble there. But this has been the best burst we've seen for the Dockers all night. Haven't got anything to show for it so far.
Repeat entries, 5-0. They've got to get that reward.
Clark, well done, Walters. Sheridan back to full forward. Pavlich read it best, got a pretty awkward bounce. Now a chance for Pav, gets it. That's good. You wanted him to get one at least, didn't you? Well, they're a long way back. They were miserable in the first half. There was no other word, well, there were a lot of other words for them, not actually, but that's one word. But maybe, just maybe, we might see a spark in the second half. A sustained spark. That bloke deserves a decent match at the MCG in his last game, doesn't he?
see there. Clever one-handed take, Pav. He's tried hard tonight. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities. He's been such a great player for a very, very long time.
Coming away this time is Greenwood, smothered off his boot. Ricochets out towards the wing. Walters. So some aggression here from Fremantle. Into the chest of Ballantyne. He wheels around. Forward of the wing, drives again inside the forward 50. Pavlich once more sets himself. Couldn't hang on that time. Marsh slips over. Diving in his Subban. Over the top comes Treloar. Ball rolls out the back of the pack. Weller hurriedly. Bounces at 10 metres. Side bottom. Cool in a crisis. Gets boot to ball. Sends it back outside the 50. 3 Dockers competing here with Greenwood. And Greenwood does okay. No, he doesn't. Gives away a free kick. Walters. No one stands the mark. Greenwood quickly gets back.
Stay behind.
And stands it now 52 metres out. Walters just setting it up. High ball. Taberner, I doubt will get to this one. And Marsh again, we like him.
He's played well, Dennis. He's read it so well, hasn't he? Wasn't a great kicker, so shallow coming in. Walters, though, has been as good as anyone for the Dockers tonight.
Fremantle. Hold there. Hold Travis.
So Collins, Xbox still, he's got the body to be all right, hasn't he? Dockers get back in again. Side bottom over around it. Ballantyne, well played still side bottom. Kept his feet. Draws it to Varco. Varco, a little give was good. White goes back to Treloar. Treloar at the gut running Treloar. Spotted up close. Gets him. Now can he wheel around and do something here? He does wheel around. Sets it up. Kicks it to Varco. Going very, very early was Crozier. And Hill belts the ball over the line. So Collingwood running it from one end to the other.
Gee, that was huge work right then from Travis Varco. Involved in the play at half-back. He was the release handball from Steele's side bottom, coming off half-back for the Pies. He was then the option nearly in the goal square for Collingwood. That was a huge run. Reminded me a little bit of his run in the 2011 grand final, Bruce, but I don't dare bring that up if we're working at a Collingwood game.
You have, and you've done it very well, Lingy.
There's Pearce coughing it up. Straight to Howe. Back come Collingwood to midfield. Ace calls his teammate out. Plays on immediately. Kicks long inside the forward 50. Dawson cleverly done. Now Hill sent away on his wrong side, but played it well. Spur short of the wing. Pavlich underneath it was doubling back. Brown eyes only for the football. Played it well. Pav was he pushed in the back. Now he's outnumbered and takes the ball across the boundary. Got their second goal moments ago. An interesting stat Josh just brought up. His 688th goal. He's kicked 10.99% of all Fremantle's goals ever. It's pretty good.
It's a big percentage. It's very impressive, isn't it? Treloar, they're going to miss him, Dennis. White front spot. Pendlebury just toe poking Pearce. And as far as Crozier, heard the call from the umpire. Chris, good player again tonight. Hasn't missed a game since he came across from Brisbane. Gets it to White. That came from Greenwood. White banging forward. Mundy courageous. Was never not going to mark that. He'll go past McFarlane in the next week or two and be the second most capped Docker, so to speak. That is a terrible kick from Zach Clark. Marsh hasn't put a foot wrong. Kicks to full forward. Now what can Cox do? He engages early. And this other impressive defender, Collins.
Chips it to the 50. Hill, he's been active in this term so far. Goes out wide. This is Walters. So is he. Obviously, Ross has gotten the right ears at half-time, along with Fife. And for the moment, at least, they've fired up a little bit. Weller, who's been so good over the last month, has struggled tonight. Young players do. First go-round at the MCG. High one, knocked forward by Brown, taken by Pavlich, back towards the middle. Hill gathers on the bounce. This one hangs in the air. Oh, and superb judgment. You saw Main, and that can be disconcerting, but Marsh just kept his eyes on the footy and took them up.
That was just so clever, because so often, Dan, you feel for the body. When you're on your own like that, you know the jump's coming from Main, you feel for the body. He didn't do that, he just judged the ball through the air.
He's making a mark here, isn't he? Bigger version of Scotty Burns. I know he plays in a different position with a
long sleeves and the same number.
So Collins, so little things happening everywhere here to look forward to maybe the future. Collins has played a fine game. Pearce loads it up. He likes to run and carry, kicks a long ball. Big pack. Main did a good job at the back. Aish brought down, stood his ground, and a ball up. This is maybe their chance here, Liggy. I mean, they're not going to get many. A goal here, and suddenly you feel like, OK, they're not completely out of it, the Dockers.
Yeah, they need a few in a row just to send a few thoughts through those Collingwood players' heads. They are getting the repeat entries, but not enough flow yet coming into their game. And they made it hard for themselves, even that Zach Clark kick before, just missing simple targets. If they're going to get that momentum going, they've got to hit them.
Trail by 34 at the moment. Grundy throws a boot at the ball. Second boot at the ball. It was the same boot, second go. Couldn't get it either time. Get a ball up.
Let it go, guys. Let it go now. Let him up. He can get up.
Trelaw,
Thank you.
one of the earliest up from that pack, has been quite outstanding since quarter time. Down goes Subban. Umpire couldn't care less.
Yours.
Grundy tapped it down to Pendlebury. Around the corner it goes, and Blair probably now in double figures, about 10 possessions, but he's worth a lot more than that. He's been a real hard-working player tonight. This is Williams. It's slippery out there. Short. Trelaw creating. Takes this mark. Trelaw up to 20. Comes back short. Well, he coughs it up. That's a terrible choice. Now, Neil. Trelaw. Proud player, Trelaw.
Collingwood.
That is brilliant by Adam Trelaw. He made the mistake. He wouldn't have been happy with himself, but that's what a good player does. Follow up. Don't let the mistake turn into something worse for your team. Well done by Adam Trelaw.
And with Lockie Niue, they've been such great players this season. Cox, good stuff off the ground. Barlow, last man standing. Gee, that's a good grab by Collins. Trapped the ball under pressure, floats it out. Walters, good mark. He's a bit of class, isn't he? That one, well, they just can't quite finish off the Dockers. Cox, Pendlebury, Reid. Been so reliable tonight, Reid. Aish trying to build a big match. Smith, Phillips, back to Smith, has a bit of time, decides to go with a long ball to full forward. Cloak worked hard, well played. That's just, I reckon, what the fans have been looking forward to seeing.
Well, that's when Travis Cloak was at his best. That's where he was unstoppable. The one-on-one, the show of strength. And just haven't seen enough of that of late, but that's a really good sign for him tonight.
In the context of the result of this match, this mightn't mean anything, but this means a fair bit to him. If he could go back and dob this, he'll get a great reaction, a lot of love from the crowd. I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to come back.
And Bruce, I just feel he needs to feel that love from the crowd. Right now in his head, he'd be thinking, well, I know the Collingwood supporters like me and I've had a good career, but I'm not sure if some of them hate me. I think Travis Cloak wants to, or needs to, feel that love from the Collingwood fans, and 3 or 4 goals tonight, and he might start getting that again.
Sutcliffe towards the wing. Pavlich, punch from behind, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Lots of funny things go through your head as a player at different times.
Obviously, yeah.
Sometimes even the best players just have so much doubts go through their head, and no doubt Travis Cloak would have this year.
Cox in front. Clark from behind. The other one touched the foot. He rolls free at the back. Side bottom to the runners. Sinclair couldn't find a way through. Hanneth did pretty well. Mundy, Main. Now Blakely. In space, Barlow. A lot of the football again tonight, coming off a PB over 40 last week. Sutcliffe left the ball behind. They were all working out there. Should have been a free kick to Marsh. Could have almost got another one, and another one. He got the third one. Well done, young fella. His granddad, a week and a half ago, went into the Australian Football Hall of Fame. Ray Sorrell from East Fremantle. He played his first game, I happen to call that. He was a little bit miffed. I think he was joking about the fact his granddad got a lot more publicity than he did. Ball goes out towards the boundary and goes out of bounds. I remembered it better, Bruce.
Was he a good player, Ray Sorrell?
Oh, wonderful player. Wonderful player.
I knew the answer.
Oh, sorry.
But I know you like to talk about him.
I do.
And, of course, the other brother at Sydney, but Jonathan having a big match. Blakely building it out. Oh, that's a terrific mark by Bloke that takes them so regularly. So Howe, long ball, where is Cloak? Dawson got a fist away. Grundy puts the tackle on. Well done by White. Aggressively. Cloak was going to go off the ground, decided better for it. Spur, hot handball to Dawson. Ball bubbling around. Crozier whacks it away. Reid has been superb.
Having a good year, Ben Reid. Really good to see him back playing. Confidence when he's at his best to take the mark against an opponent. Fantastic.
Sends it down towards full forward. Coming up though, Dawson read it best off the boot. Well, dangerous. White was lurking, but Walters too nimble. Kicks it back outside the 50, but Collingwood queuing up. Here's Williams. Short passes to Pendlebury, 55 metres out. Uses Crisp as a decoy. This one hangs a long time in the air. Gave Spur time to punch it away from Varco. Pendlebury comes out to Reid. Gets it across to side bottom. Side bottom, a centering ball. Plenty of Dockers around it again. Runs to the back. Reading it nicely was Barlow. Into space. Subin still has a lot of work to do. Howe, slick hand pass. Phillips into Mines. Comes back to Smith. He's been busy. Howe's got it. Hooks it back towards full forward. White steps in front. Got hands to it. Couldn't take the mark. Dawson gave it to Hill. Now Mundy runs it out back to Hill. And Hill, with those silky skills, although some indecision, goes to another left footer. One of 7 in this team. High ball to the wing. And Pearce found a teammate in Maine. Yes.
Sorry, Nick.
Not his intention, I don't think.
Now Walters off that step. Tabernet has had a few opportunities. Good pick up. Gives to Tucker. Just maybe one step too long, and Cox getting back. And then Cox being ripped off by Blakely. Blakely to Pavlich. Pavlich, pretty good vision, just too tall for Sheridan. Smith there. Barlow coming through. Goes over the top. Oh, Henneth with a little fumble. Back to Barlow. Good hands. Ballantyne goal. Maybe a little chance. It's only little. Oh, it's like pulling a tooth out of the dentist, and boy, it's painful. But in the end, it's worth it.
Just feels like each one of their goals is a lot of hard work.
They held up well in defence, though, didn't they?
They did.
They were under attack.
They did.
And they just held up. But, well,
Duck, I am eternal optimist. I actually think they're half a sniff here.
Yeah.
If they can get the next one.
Well, they did everything to muck this up.
Cue the Benny Hill music, Doug.
But they held up really well in defence. I thought 3 or 4 times held up, and got an opportunity. They're still in this.
29 points the margin and still plenty of time. Howe's hand pass to a dangerous spot. Marsh was dragged down. Weller springing a step of the Dockers suddenly, but that's not a good effort. Pearce's kick was smothered. Rolls gently to Crisp. Hand passes to Greenwood. Side bottom now Smith. Goes across the ground. In front Phillips. Right in his hip pocket there is Sutcliffe, close to the boundary line. Phillips managed to keep it in. No, he didn't. It's amazing what a goal can do, though. Suddenly these Dockers with a heightened appetite. Not sure about Ross's appetite at the moment, but he's there with them. Knocked down by Clark, taken by Hill. He's been instrumental in a lot of this. Under pressure was Neal. Going in strongly was Sinclair, picking it up Taberner, tried to get it out, couldn't. That should have been holding the ball. In trouble is Greenwood. This might be holding the ball. Maybe not.
Yeah, mate.
I think that one hit the boot, Dennis. I think you're right.
So Clark, Cox, there's the 3rd man up. And Rossline talked about Barlow. Sinclair got the smother. Aish, good hack actually. Forward to Cloak. So Cloak's got a long leg. Kicks the ball wide to White. Dawson sort of last man standing here. Big play. Gets a win. Sutcliffe. Now, how much poise will they come out the back half? Neal. Pearce also starting to get involved. Dennis has mentioned that Hill's run and carry has really got them going in this quarter. Back they go. Sutcliffe.
And Michael Walters has been the one this quarter. He's had the 10 disposals. Hill's had the 10 as well, getting that run going.
High ball from Crozier, just beyond the wing. Hannah, good grab, got rid of Brown, then wanted to play on. Delusions of adequacy, picked up by Brown. Hand passes to Sinclair, got it to Treloar, gets it back, standing flat-footed Blair. Did okay, brilliantly done. Treloar Smith goes 20 metres with a hand pass to Greenwood. Greenwood looking inside the forward 50, running on is Blair. That's brilliant. Moments ago, had the football deep in the centre square and just took off. Maybe they didn't see it.
A couple of big mistakes by Hanneth in this quarter. Fumble in the goal square, and then that one. Really clever mark, but then played on.
So Blair, 11 possessions, but as I said earlier, that underplays what he does. Hard-working player. This kick is on the way, just setting it up. Coming across the front of that pack was Spur. Not a particularly good kick by Blair coming in. Blakely did okay, put his teammate under pressure though. Comes back to Blakely. Heard the call from the umpire, play on. Blair, well, he responds first, albeit belatedly. Now hooks it around the corner. Setting himself was Greenwood, had it punched away. Pearce gives it to Ballantyne.
Quick kick, he's just tried to buy a bit of time here, Ballantyne. Maybe get a few troops back. That bouncing ball, difficult for Maynard. Well done by Weller. Maynard under pressure, but he did okay. Got the ball away to Crisp. Again, bubbling and bobbling this footy. Pearce gets it back. Hill involved. Crozier out wide. Tapper wants the ball to stay in. It does. Now he'll wheel onto the left. Takes his time. Kicks down to Hanneth. And Williams, a little guy. There's a bit of David and Goliath. But this Goliath hasn't been too strong. Matthew, I've forgotten all about you down there. Is it chilly tonight?
Yeah, it is a little bit, Bruce. Thanks for asking. Thanks for the concern. Current temperature is 6.2. It feels like 2.4. My toes dispute that. They're saying it's about -8.
People who don't know, he comes from Tasmania, so he knows cold. We're down there recently. Grundy goes out wide. Smith drives it back towards centre half back. That was a confident kick. Howe gives it to Sinclair. Maynard. He trusts his boot and finds Marsh. So Marsh at right half back. The side leading by 29 points as we count down to three-quarter time. High ball. De Goey hasn't seen much of it in this term and drops a mark close to the boundary line. It goes out and we've got a boundary throw in.
We have a joke about it being cold down in Hobart here tonight, but the players seriously are running up and down the boundary line a lot more tonight, trying to keep warm.
Stay with it, Richo. So Treloar, Mundy, Blakely, Sheridan, good vision to Main, to Pearce, left footer. Now he's a long kick. Can he find the target? Kicks the ball to the pocket. Taberner. No, good strong mark.
Let him up, let him up. Thank you,
By
mate.
Howe, but
Easy.
it's a disappointing kick.
Thank you.
It was a strange option to go wide when you had the whole 50 open, but Taberner had to bring that ball to ground, no matter what, even if it was a poor kick, just to give his team a chance.
He hasn't competed all that well tonight, Taberner, has he?
Him and Hanneth have really had no influence on this game whatsoever.
Smith goes to Brown. Interesting player, how he's so comfortable with the ball in the air. Not all players are. This kick to the outer side, Crozier did well that time. He's got some spring and he knocks it out of bounds. 52 plays 23. Fremantle, if they can get a goal before three-quarter time, could be stirred at three-quarter time and have a chance in the last quarter. Clark goes up, knocks it down. Pendlebury knocks it wide. Treloar's been brilliant. Goes around the outer side, chopped off by Mundy. Mundy a quick hand pass. Weller gets back. Collins floats one beyond the wing. Mark is taken by Sinclair.
Good mark. Played well early, Sinclair. Reed's been excellent all night. He and Marsh and Maynard down back, and Brown's done enough as well. It's been a stout defence. Tested in this term, though. Good stretch, Grundy. He's been the outstanding big guy on the field. Sinclair, short enough. Phillips, be happy with his game tonight. Got a goal. Just his second match. So back to Reed. So Collingwood have stopped scoring. They haven't kicked a goal in this term. Still got a very comfortable lead. So Howe with a lot of time. Hanneth sort of running slowly over. Howe slowly kicks to Williams. Williams off a step. Mundy. Walters goes to ground with Pearce. Walters did so well to get it to Mundy.
Mundy to Hanneth. Hanneth keen to make amends, and that's a good kick to the outer side where it's marked by Taberner. No urgency from Howe there. He needed to be more aggressive as he ran up. So Taberner with a clock at 32 seconds now.
Well, they just had nowhere to go down the line. They only had Ballantyne down there.
Dawson to Mundy with a tired kick across half-back. This man has been anything but tired. Oh, he's in trouble now. Collins battling with Varco, and the ball rolls out of bounds, and that's a very good result for Collins and Fremantle.
That sums it up for Freo, though, tonight. I mean, they had 3 targets with that switch they were trying to produce, but just poor skill level at times. Some big turnovers have cost them.
And they could still win it.
Starting to doubt that, then.
Okay.
Grundy, Hanneth, Pendlebury, Blair, little gift to Grundy in the dying seconds. Grundy's left foot kick to centre-half forward. Spurt taking them on. And the Dockers kick the only 2 goals of the third quarter. But Collingwood with a good lead. It's three-quarter time. There's a faint chance of your Dockers supporter. The Pies have led all night. It's 52-23 on Friday Night Footy.
Like the first, well, they did pretty well in the third quarter. So there's Swanee taking over the Collingwood Twitter tonight. I must say for Swanee, though, I prefer his end-of-season tweets when he's over in Vegas or Los Angeles.
And with a lot of time, too, obviously. 52-23 as we start the final term. Blakely on the way down, gives it to Hill. Good since half-time. Sends a long kick, a searching kick inside the forward 50. Brown took a swipe at it, missed it. Getting back is Reid. Pavlich bearing down. Reid's in trouble. Oh, holding the ball.
Just hit it. I didn't see a clean handball.
Did the umpire didn't see
Just hit.
a clear handball. So Pavlich has got this ball deep in the right full forward pocket.
Well, he made the mistake on this angle earlier. He was closer, but he crept out going in the left direction and tried to kick it with his right foot. Unless he kicks a banana, which I think he is.
I reckon he's setting up for the left foot snap here.
Well, good players learn quickly. He's one of the best. Around he comes now, still on a learning curve. And that curved a little too early. But behind to the Pav. Still goalless in the second half, Collingwood.
Good decision by the umpire.
Yep.
Definitely prior opportunity and didn't get rid of it correctly.
Pavlich has probably had enough chances to kick 3 or 4, hasn't he? He's been a threat without being dominant by any stretch of the imagination. So the opening goal here, pretty significant, you'd think. Collingwood in a great position, obviously. They've earned that. But the Dockers pressing on here. Neil with a tackle and the ball up. So Ross Lyon terribly disappointed at half-time. He expressed that feeling. He'd have to be happy with at least the effort in the second half. The skill level, a bit to be desired. Sheridan, that's good hands. Walters keeps the ball in. Marsh has been excellent all night. Tabiner. So against Pendlebury, so actually no real advantage there, Walters. Pavlich got caught underneath it. Reid getting back. Reid dropped it down again there. Maybe a fraction lucky. Williams held up by Weller. And the Dockers probably here have a moment where you feel like they might press for a chance of pulling off a big upset from where they've been.
Trailed by 28 points then. Close to the boundary. This is Neil, reined in. And the ball just trickles across. We'll have a throw in. So 1 goal to half-time, the Dockers. They kicked 2 in the third term. And as I said, Collingwood goalless in that third quarter, but still a handy lead, you'd say. Pendlebury in front of the pack, inadvertently socket off the ground by Ballantyne. It'll be thrown in again. So deep in attack, the Dockers. Quick goal here. And things could change. Pressure goes on Collingwood. Ball to the back of the pack. Blakely got a bad bounce. Pavlich has a quick kick and he puts it through. He's got his second. Okay. He couldn't do it from the other pocket, with the opportunistic goal from the Pav that time. Makes it a wee bit interesting. 7-10, 4-6. Margin back to 22 points.
Well, that's 2 snaps tonight from Pav.
His kicking efficiency, Wayne, is down to 38%, but he's actually starting to build a pretty big match now, isn't he?
Yep.
He's 1 goal away from being a very important player.
Well, the former skipper trying to drag his team over the line. Terrific snap. It's back to 22 points. I doubted your word then, just before three-quarter time. I might try and change that.
So crisp out of the centre. So the Pies, 7 first-half goals, nothing since. Collins takes the mark. So they've stopped in their tracks for the moment. They've still got a handy lead. Walters has been superb. Sutcliffe, Crozier busy all night. Clark underneath it, bouncing ball Main, tapped it off Blair. Just misses Marsh. These little things happening now, Blair. Toe poking towards the boundary. And a boundary throw in.
Out on the full, Bruce. It'll be a Fremantle ball.
This kick.
Just off Jared Blair's boot as he went over the line.
So Zach Clark from centre wing.
Hand passes along the line. Here's Hill. Drives it inside the forward 50. Pavlic's the target. Not required. Taberner comes over the top.
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of that tonight. It's the first time he's really had a run and jump. He's on a good player in Reed, but showed some signs. Have a look off the back heel there of Blair. Good pick up by the umpire, but this one here, early body work and then meet it at its highest point.
Well, I know Josh is assuming a lot, but the last team to win a goal, or win a game rather, without kicking a goal in the second half, I'll get back to that as Taberner comes in. This one is sliding across the face, and Grundy takes a defensive mark. Was Essendon over the Western Bulldogs 27 years ago today. Here's Crisp coming away. That's a good stat, Bruce. Maybe a little nervy.
Time on Collingwood's side here, though, Ding. That's a good mark by Cloak, but it's a lovely stat. Cloak taking Dawson on. Kicks to the pocket. White went early, which was good. And a boundary throw in. Well, I think they probably have to kick a goal to win, because you feel like the Dockers have got 2 or 3 in them.
As bad a night as Matt Taberner's having, he had to do better with that shot at goal. That was just a terrible set shot. Love him to kick it, but didn't even make the distance.
Grundy, so good. Hill, Hadaneri, Clark, Paul just bubbling about. Oh, Pendlebury, terrific. Oh, Phillips again. No, just a miss. So kicked a goal earlier. We posed a few questions, Duck, at the start of the night. Maybe this is too exciting to go back to them, but Collingwood's defence, we wanted to talk about that. Lingy, are they building enough good young players, the Dockers, to bounce back next year? And just where Trav's out and what he needed to do tonight, so we might have a think about that as the quarter goes on as well.
Crozier's kick off the hands of Weller, and it goes out of bounds. Good shepherd by Phillips.
And a lot of talk about those little knocks in the stomach. I think that was an open hander, though. Nothing to worry about there, Hayden.
Margin 23 points. Wide of the pack, a chance for Smith. Trelaw over the top, Pendlebury. Miscues. His touch hasn't been all that good tonight. Kicked out of there by Hill. Taken on the outer side by this fellow Taberner. Gives it across to Barlow. Barlow gets through nicely. Kicks it back towards half forward. Howe played it okay a couple of times. Knocked it on. Hill is tied up and taken down by Greenwood. Barlow tried to step through there. Nothing doing. Sinclair, quick hands. And now Pendlebury. That's better. Pushed in the back was Cloak.
Richo, is it raining? Is it a little bit of rain or not?
Yeah, just as you speak, the last minute, a bit of rain starting to fall. It's not that heavy, though.
That's a good kick by Cloak and a lovely mark by White. And White short to Trelaw. Takes the mark. How many years ago was it? 27, was it then? No goal, second half, winning match. Well, Trelaw can put an end to all that here.
Better use it once more then, Bruce. Otherwise, it's gone into the ether.
Doesn't come up very often, does it?
No.
Big game again tonight. Is he leading Collingwood's best and fairest? Probably, isn't he? Have to be, yeah. Pendlebury probably in second spot. Good kick. Big night he's had. Really big night. Been a great pick-up for the club. Is he on the edge of all Australian, do you think? I mean, there's so many midfielders, aren't they? Wayne, what do you think?
Lingy probably can't answer that because he's on the committee. Well, he's certainly in the argument. There's no question about that. But you're right, it's such a hard position.
Because Lockie Newell would be in the argument.
Yeah, exactly right.
And that's without Dangerfield plus, isn't it?
Yeah, Dangerfield, Selwood, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, but he's had a great year.
Yeah.
We're just looking at the positive little signs for Travis Cloke. Lead up there, gets the free kick, just coming up at the ball. And then the kick inside forward 50. Nice kick to Jesse White, sets up the Adam Treloar goal, and Adam Treloar having a big night, leading the Pies to what looks like a win.
Treloar again, gives it across to Phillips, kicks inside the forward 50, White. So the shackles are off suddenly. White's kicked one goal and will line up from about 20 metres out. Adam Treloar involved again, playing his 13th game for the Magpies. 9 times this season, he's had over 30 possessions. His lowest total, 25 against St Kilda in round 3. That is remarkable consistency.
And that rain coming down a lot stronger now. Hasn't had a lot of the footy tonight.
So White should put it with this rain beyond Fremantle's reach, and he does. He puts it through. Well, they heard the stat and they responded, Collingwood.
He's played a game that sums his career up. Bits and pieces wise. It's been okay, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, kicked these 2 goals, 8 possessions.
And he passed the ball to Treloar a moment ago.
Yep.
So Collingwood away. Rich, I just want to confirm, is it still raining?
Yes, it is still raining. It's still cold as well.
Just checking, thank you.
Thanks, Bruce.
So Treloar again, so good. Penderbury off a step to centre half forward. De Goey protected the ball pretty well. Sheridan caught, can't get out. And probably a ball up. So what about the young talent for the Dockers tonight? Have we seen anything that will bounce them back next year?
Well, I mean, I like the look of Blakely, Crozier. Well, I mean, Lachie Neale's still young. They've got to make sure they get his signature and he's at the club next year. But, yeah, they're getting games into those types of players.
Collins.
Yeah, Collins
has shown a lot.
Yeah. So Sheridan running away from half-back to Blakely. Carries the ball up towards the wing. 2 of their youngsters right there, but the kick is ill-directed. The mark is taken by Reid.
Probably the biggest disappointment out of all those young players tonight, on tonight's performance, has been Taberner. Just no influence on the game. That set shot before. I mean, Fremantle probably, or might not have gone on to win the game, but if he was going to kick that, maybe they were a chance. But now Collingwood have pretty much put it beyond doubt. He's been the disappointment of the night for me.
Pendlebury goes back and finds Reid. So a lot of these young players for Fremantle. First look at the MCG too, and that's a daunting prospect on Friday night football as he kicks it beyond the wing. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a strong mark.
2 in a row.
In the rain. So Cox, forward of the wing, just kick it. And he does that. High one, drifting towards the boundary. De Goey was up. His teammate knocked it away. Falling to the ground, Blair. Phillips a hurried kick down towards full forward. Taken by Crisp. Brilliant hand pass. Smith had a good night. Kicks a goal. His first. Might be his career first going on that. No, he's got a couple, has he? His career second. Would have loved to have seen his first. That would have been exciting. That came from every second, Bruce.
We'll get you a replay then. He's been good now, hasn't he?
He's been good.
Yeah, good player. So biggest margin tonight. It's been a funny old game, hasn't it?
These marks, that's his first one, but these marks are just so important when you have to kick the ball down the line. A contested mark, it opens up the play. Collingwood get an easy goal.
And now doing the ruck work, Cox, and winning the tap. Barlow bravely inside bottom to, well, not to hurt him. Hannah tried to go off the ground. Mundy, that ball so slippery. Blakely doesn't go far. Treloar, side bottom. Good hands, back to Maynard. That's a lovely kick by Maynard. Hard ball to mark for De Goey. Had a terrific first half, I thought, De Goey. Kicks to centre half forward over the top of Phillips. Cloke, okay to Aish, not so good. Subin off the step, just paddles and waddles it out. De Goey, slippery footy, back to Maynard. Maynard with a nice left foot.
Hangs a long time in the air. Side bottom with wonderful judgment. Collins from one side, Pearce from the other, and somehow It finagled its way through onto the chest of Sidebottom.
Everything Sidebottom does is brilliant.
He got it with his elbows.
Does it, yeah, but he doesn't fumble. The ball is now slippery. He picks it up like it's 20 degrees. He is just a superb player. He's an elite player in this comp. Keep saying it, but he just impresses me every time I watch him.
Master of angles, as the name implies, and he comes and he hits the post. Unlike him, but it's a slippery ball, as evidenced by that kick coming out, although it finds the chest of Walters, swings it wide. Howe arriving in the nick of time for Collingwood, although it's not really desperate. They're in control now. Aish goes to Phillips. He's been pretty tidy to the pocket on the lead. Cloak. Now this will be interesting.
You'd love him to kick it. If he had the ball at centre wing, he'd kick it superbly 50 metres, wouldn't he?
Well, this is where he has to use that whole 10 metres. He's a left footer. He's probably been given 15. Pearce is standing at least 15 away, and he's going to run in and kick a normal trot punt.
Is it coming back, Duck? Is it coming back? It's coming back. He's kicked his second, and have a look at the response from the Collingwood players. You reckon he's won a semi-final for them, wouldn't you? What chance was that off the boot? It looked no hope, and then suddenly, now all of a sudden he's gone from, oh, not a bad game, to played pretty well tonight, didn't he?
Well, he's given them something, and you can see there how important it is to the rest of the team. They all got around him for both goals.
Absolutely.
Popular player.
Yeah.
7 marks for Travis Cloak, 2 goals now, 6 score involvements. Doug, he's done enough tonight. You play him again next week and just keep playing him?
Categorically. He's done enough tonight to get a game next week, that's for sure.
Ace did pretty well there. Pendlebury tried to go with the outside of the boot. He's taken down. So 4 goals in 7 minutes by the Magpies. We were talking about the team going goalless in the second half. Well, I'll quickly put paid to that. 4 goals all night for the Fremantle Dockers. Tells the story. And now Grundy has been very good. Gave them the impetus early to win this game. He's in the centre square. Drives it long inside the forward 50. Cox unafraid to get in front. Juggles it. He's trying to snatch it away from his teammate Cloak. Cloak is feeling the adrenaline though. He goes after the football. He's still in there, Cloak. Then feeds it directly to Subban. Subban's over the ball. He's claimed from behind. De Goey had him. Slapped out of there by Dawson. Loose wide of the pack, and suddenly Pearce pounces. Sends it towards the outer side wing. Marsh again, aided by these slippery conditions. Knocked it down in front, and now he's held without it. Had a good night. He found his niche.
He certainly has. Have you liked the defence, Doug?
Yep. And really solid. Maynard. Actually, said Maynard's dad was Rodney earlier. It's actually Peter, who played for Glenelg. Both very good players in their own right.
Absolutely. Grandfather, also a notable footballer, played for Victoria, so a well-bred young colt. So De Goey. See, Collingwood have finished this off well. This is ending up being a big result. De Goey measures it. Not quite there for Greenwood. Kicked to the goal early. Aish did the right thing. So Collingwood have got Carlton on, I think, is it Saturday next week? It's a pretty big match. Cloak will be part of that.
I reckon the old rivals will be happy that Cloak's back into a little bit of form. I think they'll be a bit worried he might want to have a big day out at the MCG against the traditional rivals.
Grundy in front, over the top third man up Sheridan, grazed his knuckles. Grundy goes after it, tackled by Subban. Ball fell to the ground. Blair, he works hard. Blair, he's locked up there. We'll have a ball up.
Next Saturday night, the Blues and the Pies play. No matter where they are on the ladder, that is always a good matchup between those two clubs.
Grundy knocks it down. Barlow kicks it wide.
Just hacked it away. Had a lot of the ball, Barlow. A lot of pressure on him tonight. Maynard, Williams did that cleverly, but in the end had to concede. Blakely, a real goer. Phillips with him. Ball just hard to control. Slippery, but gee, well done. Williams involved. Sinclair hooking the ball back. Oh, Blair almost. Mundy back to Walters, and Walters caressing it and putting Collins under the pump. Varco holds him up, then puts the first tackle on Subin and the second. Cox tries to toe poke. Pendlebury works his way clear, gets it to Blair. Blair half volleys it, goes wide, and James Aish with a chance.
Travis Varco's done that all night. Repeat tackles there. Created the turnover. Collingwood fans would love what he's providing in that Collingwood forward line. Terrific pressure, setting up this shot at goal for young James Aish.
Leave it, guys, leave it.
I think there was a little clever back heel from Big Cox, who played soccer in the States.
Soccer, did he?
Yeah, he did.
And Aish gets the goal, so that's important for him too. He's happy. Collingwood march further in front.
What position did he play, Duck? Striker? I'm just wondering where he'd fit in.
I know, I have no idea, but I believe he was a
Centre
played
forward,
soccer.
just get it into him.
Have to be.
Big headers, you reckon?
Duck, you say it, we believe it, don't we?
Well,
worry?
he's agile enough to be a goalie too, isn't he, really?
I'm just fascinated to see how he turns out in the next 5 years, because
Well,
the
he's
building blocks are there, aren't they?
shown some signs tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. Just a little bit of soccer. Bang. Little back heel. Just a few tricks, Lingy.
Nicely
like
spotted.
You've got a good eye for a duck.
Now Hill's in trouble. Claimed by De Goey and slung down. And Cam, I know you like your US sport. If we're looking for trends, I was just thinking the other day, in the last 2 weeks, the Pittsburgh Penguins won the ice hockey title and the Cleveland Cavaliers won the basketball title. Both of them sacked their coach mid-season. So nobody's safe. Obviously, those clubs thought they had the cattle. And the coaches went by the board and up they bob, winning late in the season. Spur, Hill.
Look out, Alistair Clarkson.
That's right. Don't get complacent. Ball up towards the wing. These two guys are safe, though. I don't think anyone on the board would think they've got the cattle just at the moment. But it could change. Battling hard in there is Reid. Getting it out, Sheridan. Blakely plays it in front, standing his ground, waiting for him, Williams.
Dan, do you reckon at the Cavs, do you reckon the CEO sacked the coach, or did LeBron James tell him to sack the coach?
I think LeBron's got about 3 scalps, actually, hasn't he? He's certainly got 2.
I think he runs the show, LeBron.
50
He might
metres
do.
is a longer advantage.
Still,
Come here.
he brings the sneakers, I'm sure.
Still kind of 50 metres is the bigger advantage, so it's still back to him, okay? Still back to him.
So back to Blakely.
You take it, Troy.
So when Pav got that goal early in the last quarter, Freo were close enough to have some sort of a chance. Collingwood have kicked 5 unanswered goals since. Without a goal in his short career today, he's played a good game, and that one not quite coming back. So behind. So on coaches being sacked, which team would you rather? Which team do you think will finish above the other next year? Fremantle or Collingwood in 2017? Who do you reckon beats the other home?
It's actually a really, really tough question, given that we had Freo in, everyone had Freo in their 8 this year and where they finished last year, and a lot of people thought Collingwood were on the rise, so...
I think Fremantle's due for a quick bounce. I think you throw Fife and Sandlands and Johnson back in that team. They nail a couple of free agents or trades, I reckon Fremantle bounce back really quickly.
And finish above Collingwood?
Yes, but it is a very good question.
It's a great question. I thought about this question before the game, and I thought Fremantle, and that's why it's tough off the back of what's happened tonight, because Collingwood have absolutely smashed them. So, and those injuries of both teams, which we discussed earlier, there's some quality for both teams out.
Blair in trouble, hacking it to Goey. It flies out of bounds on the full. I suppose the joker in the deck might be Harley Bennell too.
Yep.
What happens with him? I mean, he would be a nice pickup.
Now, that's Collingwood's smallest crowd at the MCG since 1940.
Wow.
And there's something else going on in 1940 as well.
Kick inside the forward 50. Thump down in front. The Goey goes to ground, tries to knock it out of there. Blakely in the opposite direction. Onto it is Neal. He's found the footy enough tonight. Not his best game, but he's been hard-working. Treloar has been wonderful. Kicks it to a man who slipped over. That was Pendlebury. Coming away is Subban. Subban sends it inside the forward 50 through the hands of Taberner. Marsh surrounded, slipped. He was lucky there because a player went sizzling past. Nicely done by Neil, though. And on the lead, Ballantyne. He's got one. We're inside the last 4 minutes of this one. And Fremantle's winning run comes to an end.
I do want to put a little asterisk next to my prediction there. As long as they get that man's signature, Lachie Neale, he is a beauty.
Can't have what ifs, Lee.
Ballantyne then. His kick is working back nicely, and he's put it through for a goal. He gets his second. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the game, and the margin is pulled back to 47. So Collingwood win. As we said, going into that game against the Western Bulldogs in round 10, they were on the rise. Their football against Geelong, I saw that game, was quite outstanding. And at their best, they were promising something, but those injuries in a game they possibly were going to win really set them back. And their injury list now is quite crippling, like the Dockers.
Dane Swan has had control of the Collingwood Twitter account, and he's fired back to Richo. He's just said, though, that on the end of season trips, nothing but scones and tea, all very above board from Dane Swan. So thanks for that, Swanee, just clarifying it. Well done.
Doing some good work, Swanee, isn't he? So Blair, we'd love to see him out there. White had it a long time.
I wonder if Richo believes him.
No, I do, but I want to go with him on the
Gee,
trip.
what a handball by Treloar. I'm sure you'll get a response, Richo, before the night's out. Pearce gets it back from Tucker. Slow ball out wide. Howe picks it off, and the boundary slow.
He's been another man, Swanee, that Nathan Buckley said was going to play predominantly forward this year. Just another player. Oh, there's Swanee there. He's just
Swatting around.
Yes.
That's a big out, isn't it? Because he'd be very handy just mooching around on that forward line.
Toby Green-like, you know, pick up his 25 possessions and a couple of goals.
Wonderful player. Got to say that now. I know he's on Twitter.
Just for the record, Toby Green, Swanee like. Swanee, not Toby Green.
Yeah. Well, Toby Green this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Grundy takes a swipe at it, and this ball goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in. The rain continues to fall. It's been pretty solid, but that iron storm we were led to believe was coming didn't come, or if it's coming, it's just starting.
I think that's his message, just saying, Swanee, we want you back.
He's a brave guy, isn't he, out there in the rain?
That's one word for it.
Aish and Pendlebury. Can you think of another, Ben?
Got a few.
Like his quick kick. Well, we're listening.
No, Swanee will take care of it on the Twitter.
Smith back to Howe. Howe goes to Maynard. And then Maynard just backtracking, and then a little caress to centre half forward. Dawson belts it away. As good as a kick, particularly as that kick. Back from Pavlich. Sheridan, that's clever. Ballantyne. And then Ballantyne, a couple of goals in the second half for him. And Sutcliffe missing the lot, and the boundary, well, a kick to Marsh. They've been disappointing, haven't they, Dockers? Their lowest score this year, 38 points in round one against the Bulldogs, so they have struggled.
Here's Marsh, who hasn't struggled. He sends it up towards the wing. Hanneth over the top. Walters hasn't stopped trying. Picked up by Grundy. Same applies to him. Over the shoulder. And a good mark taken by Dawson. Lays it off. Walters again. Running hard. Comes short across the ground. And Pearce forward of half back. Just lobs it down towards half forward. Barlow props in front. He's outnumbered. Reaching in there was Sinclair. Stolen away by Barlow. Comes side of the pack and gathered there by Cox, who kicks it hard towards side bottom. He couldn't control it. And now it's going to be a free kick. It's going to side bottom.
It's a good curl earlier, Dennis. I believe Mason Cox was a goalkeeper.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
He just lay down.
Just hands across.
Good, his career high and his short career to date tonight. Kicked his couple. Maynard into that forward 50. Hard attack by Chris. Mundy, a lot of the ball in the back half for him tonight. Varco, not big stats, but a fair bit of pressure and influence of Phillips.
Oh!
Yes! Oh, no. He's had a good night, Phillips. Just his second game. And for Ross, well, it's going to be a long season, we know that, but the bounce back next year, hopefully for the Dockers and maybe for the Pies. Two teams that a lot was promised at the start of the year and thought about, but they won't be playing finals, but Collingwood will get their 5th win tonight. Williams just sets it up. White uses a body. Cloak was at the back. Ball in dispute, as it's been a lot of the night. And that's just about it then.
I reckon.
Come out this way. Thanks, Jesse. Come this way. Watch the holds, guys. Hold that meter, Jack.
And there we have it. So Collingwood win pretty easily. 85 to 37. So lower score for the Dockers for the season. Pav played pretty well. Same with Trav. Kicked a couple each. Did enough for Trav and for Matthew. Well, he's had bigger days at the MCG, but he didn't let himself down. Not the best game we've seen, Dennis, this year, but Collingwood got the job done and they get a 5th win, and they've got Carlton next week, and they'll go there with a bit more optimism now.
I have to say, Bruce, their attitude at the start of the game was terrific, and when they were challenged to 3/4 time, they came out strongly afterwards, and really, you can't fault that. They're missing some players. Treloar, after a quiet first term, was just simply outstanding. What did he finish with? 33. That's an incredible record he's got, isn't it? I mean, his lowest 25 all year, so might be the recruit of the season. Scott Pendlebury. Well, it wasn't his best night. Steel side bottom copped a whack on the nose. That's why I was laughing right at the final siren. No time to get that, Bruce.
And Matty Richardson is with Ben Reid.
No, and Ben, that was a comprehensive win tonight from start to finish. You'll be really happy.